There's a silent conversation happening behind closed doors, one filled with questions, shame, confusion, and quiet suffering. Older women across the world are carrying a weight they were never meant to bear alone. The belief that something is wrong with them, that they are broken, that their bodies have betrayed them. And what makes it worse is this: many don't even know why they feel that way. I'm here today as a voice you may have never heard before. A gynecologist with over 3 decades of experience working with women after 60, many of whom have quietly battled changes in their body, pleasure, and identity without any guidance or understanding. And I want to tell you this: your body is not failing, but you may be unknowingly making small mistakes in how you approach self-pleasure. Mistakes that aren't just harmless habits, but may be quietly harming your health, your confidence, and your ability to feel alive. If you're over 60, this isn't a lecture. It's a lifeline. A truth-telling moment for the woman who still desires touch, connection, and joy, but feels distant from it. A woman who perhaps, in the privacy of night, touches herself out of habit or loneliness, but wakes up feeling more hollow than whole. Today, I want to gently walk with you through 7 of the most common mistakes women over 60 make when it comes to self-pleasure, and why knowing these now can change the next chapter of your life in ways that feel freeing, beautiful, and deeply healing. Mistake number 1: thinking you shouldn't need it anymore. One of the most heartbreaking sentences I've ever heard from a patient was this: "I thought that part of me was supposed to die with age." This myth, this lie, tells women they must shrink with time. That desire has an expiration date. But the truth is, your nervous system still works. Your emotional center still aches for connection. Your hormones may shift, but your capacity for pleasure doesn't vanish, it evolves. Ignoring this part of you doesn't make you noble or strong. It makes you disconnected. And disconnection, over time, leads to depression, poor pelvic health, and even chronic pain. You still deserve to feel. You still deserve to touch and be touched, with love, care, and without shame. Mistake number 2: using high-powered vibrators. Without understanding the risk, technology has made pleasure convenient. But convenience can sometimes come at a cost. Many older women use vibrators that are too intense for aging nerve tissue. Over time, constant high-frequency stimulation can deaden the nerve endings that once responded to soft, loving touch. I've had women tell me, "I don't feel anything with my hands anymore," or "my partner doesn't excite me." Often, it's not about them, it's about a nervous system conditioned to only respond to overstimulation. The body adapts, and not always in the healthiest ways. Slowing down and reconnecting with gentler, more intentional touch is not a downgrade. It's a return to intimacy that lasts. Mistake number 3: rushing the experience instead of honoring it. After 60, your body speaks a different language. The quick arousal you once had in your 30s may take a little more time to arrive now, and that's not failure, that's wisdom. But when you rush self-pleasure as if it's a chore or a quick fix, you train your body to function in anxiety, not intimacy. True connection now requires slowing down, breathing deeply, and approaching yourself with care, not urgency. When you rush through the moment, you rob your nervous system of the opportunity to regulate, to release stress, and to feel emotionally safe. Self-pleasure is not just a sexual act, it's a neurological conversation with your body. Don't cut it short. Mistake number 4: ignoring lubrication or skipping it altogether. Many older women assume dryness is just part of aging and try to push through discomfort without support. This isn't just uncomfortable, it can lead to micro-tears, infections, and worsening vaginal atrophy. Ignoring lubrication is like driving a car without oil. Eventually, the engine breaks. There are natural, body-safe lubricants available that can restore not just comfort, but confidence. When you honor your body's changing needs instead of resenting them, you make space for pleasure again. Lubrication isn't a weakness, it's wisdom. Use it with pride. Mistake number 5: masturbating as an emotional crutch without awareness. Many older women, especially those living alone, fall into a habit of using self-pleasure as a way to numb rather than nurture. Loneliness, grief, boredom, they all find a quiet outlet in this ritual. But when done without intention, it can become hollow. Your body deserves better than to be a dumping ground for unprocessed feelings. When self-touch becomes routine rather than reverent, it no longer heals, it numbs. Touch yourself not to escape life, but to return to it. Make it sacred again. Mistake number 6. Not pleasuring yourself at all. On the opposite side of over-reliance is abandonment. I've met countless women who simply stopped touching themselves after their spouse asked or their libido waned. They believed it no longer mattered. But your body, like your muscles, your memory, your spirit, needs engagement to stay alive. Without touch, blood flow diminishes. Tissue weakens. Nerves dull. The pelvic floor loses tone. You don't need to be sexual to be sensual. Touch keeps the body vibrant, the brain responsive, and the heart open. Use it or quietly lose it. Mistake number 7. Treating self-pleasure like a dirty secret. Shame is a prison, and too many older women live in it quietly. They feel guilt for even thinking about desire. They hide their needs, believing it's unladylike or inappropriate to want touch after 60. But here's the radical truth. Shame has no place in your healing. You were born with a body capable of love, feeling, intimacy, and joy, and there is no age at which that suddenly becomes sinful. When you touch yourself with love, without apology, you reclaim not just your body, but your identity, your worth, your vitality. Stop hiding. Start honoring. Now, let me share a story that stayed with me for years, because I believe it holds the key to your healing. Her name was Marlene. She was 79 years old, widowed, and carried herself with quiet dignity. But behind that grace was loneliness she never voiced. When she came into my office, she didn't come for medication or diagnosis. She came because she felt empty and didn't know why. As we talked, she finally admitted she hadn't touched herself, not even once, since her husband died 14 years ago. She cried as she said, "I didn't think I was allowed to. I thought it would make me unfaithful, even though he's gone." What followed was a journey, not just of physical reawakening, but of emotional healing. With gentle guidance, education, and grace, Marlene began to reconnect with her body. And for the first time in years, she said, "I feel alive again." That's what reclaiming your sensuality after 60 can do. It doesn't just restore your body, it restores your spirit. So to every woman watching this, whether you're 60, 70, or 85, know this: you are not broken. You are not too late. You are not unworthy. You are simply in a new season of life, one that demands gentler tools, deeper intention, and above all, self-compassion. If this message spoke to you today, I invite you to join the conversation. Drop a comment below and tell us which of these 7 mistakes surprised you the most or felt the most relatable. Your story could help another woman feel less alone. And if you're ready to explore more honest, empowering truths designed especially for women after 60, don't forget to subscribe to Wisdom for Success. Together, we're breaking silence, shattering shame, and rewriting the rules of aging, one truth at a time. Because you still matter, you still belong, and your body still deserves to be loved.